Hello students, KTHM College Department of Political Science, Class FYBA, FYBCom and FYBSc. So the credit subject Democracy, Election and Governance is enrolled for you. So I am Ms. Chandanshay Vasudha. Welcome you all for this lecture. And in the chapter decentralization, we have done the three lectures on this, and the last lecture was the 73rd Amendment Act, which we have discussed on that. Now we are going to learn about the 74th Amendment Act. Okay, students, we'll start now. So students, the decentralization in that 74th Amendment Act, we will discuss its significance of this act. So as we know that 73rd Amendment Act, it was added to our constitution. The name was given the panchayat to that to the part of 9 to our constitution. Now in this 74th Amendment Act, the part 9A to the constitution was added, and it was given the name the municipalities, and it consists of provision from article 243p to 243zg. So in 73rd Amendment Act, from 243 to 243o it was given. So uh, after that, in addition, the act has also added a new 12th schedule to the constitution. It consists 8 functional items of municipalities. So the act gave constitutional status to the municipalities. It has brought them under the preview of justiciable part of the constitution. So the state government are under constitutional obligation to adopt a new system of municipalities in accordance with the provision of the act. So we will see some salient features of the act. The first one is three type of municipalities. So just let us just compare to 73rd Act. So we will it will give clear idea how to remember the 73rd Amendment Act and how to remember 74th Amendment Act. So 73rd Amendment Act gave us dimensions for the panchayat, and 74th Amendment Act gave dimension to the municipalities. So three type of municipalities. So three types of municipalities were in the every state. So a Nagar Panchayat for a transitional area, that is an area in transition from a rural area to an urban area. After that, a municipality council for a smaller urban areas, and the third one is a municipal corporation for a larger urban areas. This was the three type of municipalities. After that, the composition. All members of the municipality shall be elected directly by the people of the municipal areas. Each municipal area shall be divided into territorial constituencies to be known as wards. So the state legislature may provide the manner to election of the chairperson of municipalities. It may also provide the representation, and there are some recommendations, means compositions, elements of that. So we will see it. The first one, we will see the person having a special knowledge or experience in municipal administration without the right to vote in the meetings of municipalities. After that, the member of Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly representing constituencies comprise wholly or partly the municipal areas. After that, the member of Rajya Sabha and the state legislative council registered as electoral within the municipal areas, and the chairperson of committees other than the wards committee. After that, this is the composition. After that, the wards committee. There shall be a constituent a ward committee consist of one or more wards within the territorial area of municipalities having population of 3 lakh or more. State legislature may make provisions for respect to the composition and the territorial area of ward committee and manner in which a seat in a wards committee shall be filled. It may also make a provision for the constitution of committee in addition to the wards committee. And in the same way, the reservation of seats to SC and ST were made. After that, the duration of municipalities were made. In that, the act provides for 5 terms, 5-year terms for the office for every municipality. So in the same manner, before the expiry of its duration of 5 years, and in case of mm, dissolution before the expiry of a period of 6 months from the date of dissolution. Okay. And in the same manner, the disqualification were there, means a person shall be disqualified for being a chosen as for being a member of a municipality if he is so disqualified under the any law for the time being in force for purpose of election. And after that, the disqualification on the ground, he is less than 25 years of age if he has attained the age of 25. So these were some provisions for disqualifications. After that, the state election commission, in the same way, the state election commission is rendered, means superintendence direct and control of preparation of electoral rolls and conduct of all election of the municipalities shall be vested in the state election commission. The state legislature may make provisions with respect all matters relating to election of the municipalities. In the same way, how 73rd Amendment Act was giving us the perspective of the power and functions of Panchayat Raj. In the same manner, in the 74th Amendment Act is giving the perspective of the power and function of municipalities. So, the state legislature may endow the municipalities with such power and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as institutions of state self-government. Such a scheme may contain provisions for the devolution of powers and responsibilities upon municipalities at appropriate level with respect to so the preparation of plans for economic development and social justice, as it was in the 73rd Amendment Act. After that, the implementation of scheme for the economic development and social justice as may be entrusted to them. Including this, there were the 12 schedules which were made. In that, the matter was enlisted. After that, if the government is giving us a money to for the welfare of the state in economical and social dimensions, so there must be finance, and if finance is there, there should be a finance commission. So how it give how the legislature may is authorized to collect the leave duties, taxes, and if government is giving us money for the funds for the welfare of the people, there should be an audit of accounts for them. That would just there they will look after the people, how they are getting the advantages of that money. Okay. After that, the main is the metropolitan committee. So the metropolitan area shall have a metropolitan planning committee to prepare a draft development plan. So, the state legislature may make provision which we will see. The first one is the composition of such committee. After that, the manner of election of member of these such committees, the representation in such committees of the central government and state government and other organization. The function of such committee in relation to planning and coordinate for the metropolitan areas and the manner of election of chairperson of the committee. So this is the metropolitan committees, some compositions. And after that, the last one is 12th schedule. So in 73rd Amendment Act, we have learned about 12th schedule. In this, in that the 29 subjects were consistent. And in the 12th schedule, there are 18 subject enlisted. So we will see some of them. They are different because at the bottom level of our country, the basic needs are very essential, which is not provided to them. So it was enlisted in the 11th schedule of the 73rd Amendment Act. Now in the means urban area, the 12th schedule list were is something very model thing. Okay, so when we will go through it, we will come to know what is that. So urban planning, including town planning, okay, regulation of land use to construction of building, planning for economic and social development, road and bridges, water supply for domestic industrialization and commercial purpose, then public health, then solid waste material, fire service. After that, promotion of cultural, educational and uh, aspects. After that, regulation of sculptures, houses and tenors. Means these are the moral things which is recommended in the 73rd Amendment Act in the 12th schedule. Okay, students, try to understand, just do the comparison of 73rd Act and 74th Act, Amendment Act. You will quickly know what is difference between them two. Just means the reservation of seat, duration of both the contains disqualification, state election commission and powers and function and finance. These are the things, they are totally same, but there are some ward committees, means composition metropolitan committee, and the last and very important, which is 11th schedule and the 12th schedule. Okay, so try and understand this. So students, we have done with the 74th Amendment Act and as well as the 73rd Amendment Act. Okay, students. So students, we have done with our 23rd and 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. Thank you, students.